welcome back. Welcome to my channel, where today I was just kind of playing around trying to think of ephemera for our all pocket journal, and I made a monster. It was awful, but I'll show it to you anyhow. I embrace my mistakes, and I'll tell you what my mistakes were. First of all, I should have gotten out my stamping block so that my stamps would have lined up. Second of all, I should have used a better piece of paper, because where his suit is red, it should have been black. And then I should have put a heavier, see, I embossed him so he's super shiny. I should have put a heavier coat of embossing powder on him, and I didn't. I used a really fine. But the background turned out cool. See all of that background? That turned out pretty cool. So I'm going to do more of those backgrounds, just not today. Today, we're going to do something simple. We're going to do, remember whenever we did the sanding with the magazines? Yes, I found a good piece of the paper we're using in the, I'll show it to you, the All Pocket Journal. So I'm just going to keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. This is every ASMR person's dream, isn't it? Isn't that cool how it's like lifting on those leaves? I like it. So over on Miss Etta's channel, she's doing 30 tags, 30 days. So that's the whole idea behind this. I want to get that top, because we're going to make this into one big giant tag. Now you see how it didn't, it only picked up so much. Okay. Look at that. Now let me clean up my mess. So I've been like trying desperately to take good care of my messy area here. Okay, so now we have this, right? I need to find some fall type stamps like mushrooms. Oh yes, mushrooms would be good. And I have mushrooms. They're so much fun, mushrooms. Now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these mushrooms. It's kind of what we did in the botched. I know I have mushrooms, I just saw them a while ago. It's kind of like what we did on our botched fella over there that turned out red. There we go. See, there's the mushrooms. And then I also have oh, that's a fox. I thought that was a squirrel. Yeah, that's not going to work. But I know in my heart of hearts, if I look long enough, I'll find some more fall stuff. That would be cool, but no, we're not doing numbers. We're not doing grunge, Rhonda. Not grunge. This is not grunge, Rhonda. This is fall. I think the mushrooms might work by themselves. Now, hopefully next week I can get back to Miss Etta's Scrapping Up 3 and finish the Scrapping Up number 2. We'll use that sunflower. That'll work. And we'll get some stuff done, you know? All right, I want to cut my paper here to fit this. You see, he's going to be this tall. So basically, this is just our mixed media. at its finest. And I'll salvage this other stuff. Perfect. Look at that. Now we can do this. Actually, I should do it with something else, but I'm going to do it this way just because. Just going to score it and score it. Then I'll know where to cut. Then I'll know where to cut. So see, there's our tag. We got our tag. Big giant tag. And then we still got our whatever, most of our design is still left. Oh, I don't like the way that frills. Real quick, I'm going to do this. Get all of that off of there if I can. Let that dry. I didn't like the way all of that grunge, reminded me of rubbing my hand across sugar. I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute and dry this, guys. Be right. Next, I think what we're going to do is go over this with, I had scorched timber. I don't want it over the whole thing, just kind of like here and then there. And we're thinking on our feet here. We're just maybe here in the corners. A little there on the side. So I don't want that heavy on there because I don't want to go right back over what we'd already done. Look at that. I think that's pretty cool, actually. Can you see that? Wow. I think that's pretty cool. Wow, who'd have thunk it? Maybe I want another darker spot, right? There. That's interesting, guys. Now, this is archival ink, not Oxide ink. Oh, wow. That's very cool. We're going to leave it like that before I go too far. Okay. Now we've done that. We still have this. And we still have our stamps. So I'm going to use the sunflower, I do believe. And for our sunflower, I'm going to use, let's just go with this. It's almost off the edge there. Okay, with our sunflower, I'm going to use my embossing ink. Because I don't know what it is about me tonight. I am insistent upon getting all inky stinky here with embossing inks and powders. We're going to do a little bit of different stuff though. Right now we're going to go with, I like the scorched timber. Where's my, is that the one I was using? My embossing ink. I have one that's almost empty and then a good one. I think that's my almost empty one. I'm certain of it. I am certain. All right, we're going to go one and then the other. I hope this works. I think I should have gone with the black. Let's see how the black reacts here. There we go. Almost. There we go. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Then I'm going to strive for the middle. The middle is my goal. I'm just going to let that set. Soak up all of that embossing powder. Lift. Ooh, this might turn out okay. This just might be all right. We made our little something here, right? I do have to cover the back of it though and put it on a brown paper bag because it's got a blue background. I thought I was going to use it for tags. Well, I kind of did. Pockets is what I meant to say. Okay, let's get that shaken off. Now we're going to turn on the heat gun. If that bothers you, I would suggest turning down the heat until you see the gun disappear. Okay, here we go. Okay, now if you're looking, you can see the shiny part that showed up, but you really can't see the shiny part that showed up. I like this. All right, what else can we add to it? Oh, our mushrooms. Our mushrooms. Put this guy back. These leaves look nice too. What about if we use the leaves, guys? That might be cool. Down here in the corner. I think so. Down here in the corner. Let's see. That looks like it took pretty good. So I kind of wanted it to appear like it was wearing out, like not all of the ink stuck. You know what I mean? Like it's aged and worn and fallen off. All right, let's see how this one looks when we lift it. Come on, paper, work with me. Oh, look at that one. Now, let's get our powder on there and see what sticks. Oh my goodness, I always make a mess, but that's okay. Washcloth, do the rescue. Look at this. I don't have a lot of space, but I got a pretty tidy space for a minute. I like this. Okay, so let's go from the bottom. You might want to turn your sound down until you hear or see the gun disappear, because back on. Look, guys. Look. Okay, that's turning out pretty stinking good. All right, do we want to risk it with another color? Do we maybe want to do the sunflower in an orange? I have orange. Let's try it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We throw it away. Let's try the sunflower in orange again. Let's try the sunflower. Because I feel like it might work. I feel like it might work. I really wanted to get that center, and that's all I'm doing is inking up. We're going to give it a go, guys. This is kind of fun. And I'll put the sunflower up here. Put the sunflower. Let's just go right there. Well, I don't know. Well, it doesn't show up too much, but that's okay. I'll put another one here just to kind of make it stand out a little. Because we were going for that grungy, worn look anyhow, right? I'm going to turn that into my top too because I did it upside down, fellas, gals, subscribers. Alright. I did it upside down. That's okay. All things are possible. We'll just flip it up. That'll be the bottom. That'll be the top. Alright. Well, that was bright. I should have. Done one and then the other. Hey, I'm getting better. Not much waste. All right, we're going to do the orange one first and then this clear one down here. All right, ready, set. Here we go. All right, I think I need something up here, guys. Something maybe like those leaves, but not those leaves. Maybe something like the words. Yeah, we'll do the words. And we will do the words in, I don't know, what color do we have here? Because that orange did kind of sort of show up. No pinks. No, 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 not on this. I've got antique linen. You know what? Gathered twigs will be what we want for this guy. I'm sure of it. Almost. Right there. And then we got maybe one more thing I'm going to do to it. I don't know yet. Still thinking about it. Well, it's going to be a blurb, but I kind of like the blurb idea. All right, this will be our last episode with the heat gun. So we're going to do this. And then I think we're going to do I don't know, we might just leave it like it is because I kind of like it the way it is. But I wanted to do a little bit of inking, like oxide inking actually. All right. Last time with the heat gun and I'm out on the heat gun, guys. Bear with me. 5 more minutes and we'll be done. Okay? Five more minutes and I feel like we're over and out. There we go. Can't tell what it is, but that's okay. I wasn't like being particular. All right, let's do some smushing. Not you. think I want to try the antique linen because it's a light color. And it's going to go into those areas, I hope. We're going to see. Go find out. See, it's kind of a really super light color, so it won't do too much damage. Wow, guys, wait till you see. I kind of like it. Now I need to come back in with a darker color. You like? Tell me what you think. I'm going for a old vintage antique oldie. Pumice stone might work. Yeah, pumice stone might work. And then I'll have to go over it again with the stencil, I think. I think we done in our stencil pretty much. Okay. Now, we will let that dry naturally. Oh, I think that looks pretty good. Because you can see the stencil where you can see the stencil. You can see other stuff where you see other stuff. And now we're going to get our dark stuff. And this is it. This is the last of what we're going to do here. I want to do a little stenciling. Kind of grunge it up. You know what I mean? See? Look at that. I like that, guys. I don't know why. Let me know in the comments if you like it, but I like that. Look. We got one more thing to do. Quickly, but one more thing to do. Okay. Hang on, and I'll show you what the one more quickly thing is. Hold tight. Alright, so I wasn't sure if it needed black or white splatter, so I went with turquoise. Hello. Turquoise, and I still got a little bit of gold on here. This is the Red Hot Poker Orange, or it's supposed to be, but anyhow, so you can see some of those gold dots. Now, if you're not a grunge person, this video probably wasn't for you, but I hadn't done anything grungy in a New York minute, so I had to, guys. I just had to. So we're going to get that all souped up. This might not be the color, but we're going to find out. Oh, I think it's okay. Because it's just dark enough to work. I think that'll work. And then once it's dry, I will, I don't know what I'll do. I am going to ink the edges, and then I'm going to put it on a brown paper background, and then we're going to call it done. That's about all I need to do to it. It is as grungy, I think, as grungy gets. Let me know, guys, if you liked that. If grunge is not your thing, I certainly don't want to be doing grunge on camera. If grunge is your thing, then I will. But there we go. I really like the way that turned out. Again, once I ink the edges. And another thing I thought about doing is, let me find my marker. My fine thin line markers. What am I trying to say, y'all? And go around some of those leaves, if that makes sense. It's dry erase. Permanent marker blue. Nope, I need black. And I was hoping for one of my thin thin ones. That does not seem to be the case tonight, so I'll do that off camera before we add it. Here we go. See, that's not that thin, but I was thinking, see, like this sleeve. Oh, it's dried up. Not going to do me any good anyhow. Go around some of the leaves, but maybe I won't. Maybe we'll just leave it that way. Interesting. What am I going to do with it? I could put a picture in the center. Yeah. We'll add to it. We won't worry about what we're going to do. We'll add to it because I could actually do some leaves with this. Oh yes, guys. Well, duh. Alright, get out my die cutter, do some more leafage on here, trim our corners, and we are done. Actually, it goes that way. I like that. I hope you do too. Alright, I've been on here long enough. I have hopefully kept you to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.